So I have been to Puerto Rico many times. I was actually born there. My family moved to the States when I was really little, but I grew up spending every summer on the island. As my plane kind of came in and landed into Puerto Rico, all I could think was that it looked like a nuclear bomb had gone off. Trees that were once full and green and lush, kind of the staple of what Puerto Rico is known for, were completely destroyed and bare, debris everywhere, roads blocked off, bridges gone. Arriving there, everyone had heard, right, there is no power, Puerto Rico has no water, but you can't really grasp what that means. Half of the street signs are blown down because of debris. There's still light poles in the center of roads, but there's no street lights. There's also no traffic lights. If you get lost, you don't have a GPS to rely on. You can't pull out your cell phone. There is no service. It's scary to think of a world where we're traveling back 50 years and we don't have all of these comms and luxuries, and what that world looks like when all of that is ripped out from beneath us. And that was exactly what happened. The Guard was literally doing everything that you could think of, from helping to clear roads and repair homes to delivering emergency relief supplies, food and water, and delivering mail. We became like a beacon of hope. People saw you and they saw you coming in uniform, and it was like a hope that things were gonna get better, that we were still there, that we were making a presence, and just our presence was a promise to not leave them alone. So we would load Black Hawks with pallets of supplies that we could then go in. There would be volunteers that would meet us there to pick up pallets of food and water and be able to distribute those out into the people of those municipalities. What we saw was a community that came together, that looked out for each other, and that took care of each other. They were more concerned about making sure that everybody had something versus trying to get more for themselves. One of the last missions that we did was a door-to-door distribution. So essentially we had this young man who couldn't have been more than about 12 to 13 years old and an active member of the Civil Air Patrol who was out working all day, uniform on, in the heat, sweating his butt off with the rest of us, when he himself was a victim of the hurricane. At the end of that mission, one of the airmen that I was actually working with gave him one of his morale patches and thanked him for his work and the impact that he was having, not only in his community, but as a future leader of this nation and as a future leader of the Air Force, and just confirmed to him that that is exactly what our Air Force needs as we continue to move forward. I felt incredibly connected to that mission. I mean, this is where my roots are. This is where I came from. Like, these are my people that are in great and dire need. And so you're incredibly motivated and inspired to get out there and to go above and beyond and to do whatever you can to even make the smallest of miracles happen. And it's so important to stay strong and level-headed because there's so many people going through so much more than you are. And at the end of the day, you have to be able to just sort of decompress and put some of that away so that way you can go back out the next day and do it all over again. I am Staff Sergeant Michelle Alvarez-Rea, and I am the Colorado Air National Guard.